maybe we'll save this one for the next review.
How are you doing as I check our connection? A couple messages for the viewers, so pick a section, have a seat. Yeah, I know this is different, quit with the questions. Allow me a second, please, to make my first impression.
YouTube, here you are again in another 978 Customs video. Thank you for coming back. And today I want to show you the Marvel vs. Capcom 2 alternate Venom costumes. Crazy nostalgic moment. Not sure if any of you guys or some of you guys remember the Marvel vs. Capcom game series. There's been 4 altogether, the 4th one being the worst. But 1, 2, 3, and Ultimate 3 were the best Marvel vs. Capcom games. I think Marvel vs. Capcom 3 or Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3 was my favorite. Try saying that 5 times in a row. Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3. Oh, that's just, it's impossible. These were the colors for the Venom alternate costumes. I believe there was a red one as well. And I wanted to do the blue Venom for a while. The red Venom was just spur of the moment because I did the gold Venom. But I couldn't be happier with these customs. I think maybe I could have shaded them just to give them that cartoon look or that video game look. Put a little bit of lighter crimson on the red one and a lighter blue on the blue one. But I think the paint job was just so clean that I just wanted to leave it the way it is. I don't know. I like it the way it is. Both are on the same body. One has longer forearms and different hands, and both heads are different. One's from the older Venom figure, and the other's from the new one. Painted both of these logos myself. I didn't go over the Hasbro Venom logo because on the red body there was no logo. I had to create that. On the blue one, it was Venom already, but I decided to paint over the Venom logo and then do it myself because I wanted blue lines to separate the legs rather than the black lines. I'm sure the black lines would look cool too, but because I was going with the theme, the red has the red legs, the gold has the gold legs, and the blue has the blue legs, that works out. You guys are probably like, what are you talking about gold? You'll see them. For now, it's just these two because it's too much to talk about in one video, and it'd be super long, so I held off on the gold one for now. I really like the blue color on this figure. It's a French blue. If you guys want to know, it's Model Masters acrylic French blue. Comes out pretty glossy, but when you spray it and seal it down, it'll come out like this, depending on how you seal it. But I got lazy, guys, and I didn't do the back logos for these guys. Shame. Not a big deal. I mean, I think I can always go back and do them. Personally, it doesn't matter to me as long as the logo in the front is visible. It doesn't matter for the back side of the logo. When do you display your figures backwards? I mean, sometimes you'll do some poses and some fighting poses, and I get that. You want the figure as accurate as possible. But I don't know. Maybe we can even do it as a tutorial. You guys want to learn how to make a Venom logo, we could do the back logos. But let's separate the two and talk about this guy. Whoa. Slow down, guy. Let's talk about him really quick. Red Venom. Awesome. I like the way it looks too. I think that it's not too bright. It's not too dark. But I think it's not bright enough. That's my only problem with it. If you guys want to know how to make this, all you need is a toxin body. You may also notice the color is very familiar to you. It's Toxin's exact same color. All I had to do was just paint match his burgundy. I did take off all the red gloss paint. Toxin has a bunch of red gloss. You gotta wipe it all off. You can paint over it, but I decided to wipe it all off and see if I can take a shortcut. But once I did that, it was kind of sloppy, so I had to repaint everything and then repaint that logo. And I actually like it. I was kind of worried about the forearms, thinking they might not look too good. But Anti-Venom has these forearms, and so does Toxin. And I think it's only right for Venom to have him every now and then. He can shapeshift, so it's okay with me. I actually think it looks a lot more menacing with these forearms and hands. This turned out to be somewhat of a shortcut anyway, seeing I didn't have to sand any of the joints because they were already this color. I just didn't paint on the joints because I didn't want the paint to crack on the joints. Even though it'd be the same color, but you would notice it, so I tried my best to stay away from the joints, but painted on the limbs and everything else. What do you get when you mix Venom and Toxin? You get Red Venom. Let's take Toxin out though. You know, I've been reading a lot of people's comments talking about Venom, saying he has a funny logo, or it's a fuzzy logo, excuse me. And I guess you're right, but I never really noticed it. It's just something I always overlooked. This one is not fuzzy, I assure you. It is painted all the way up inside, but just in comparison with the Venom, it's the same exact figure, more or less. I mean, the arms right there are different, Those are different forearms, different heads, but pretty much the same exact figure. The blue Venom, this one pops out so much. At first, I was going to leave him glossed out because I kind of liked the way he looked. But at the same time, I didn't because it just, as far as putting him under bright lights, he just reflects all the light. So I couldn't get a good picture of him. So I decided to flatten him out. Again, very happy with that decision. The blue pops out. I almost feel like flattening him out changed the blue just by a tiny smidget. Just like the color. It just looks a little darker for some reason. But I like it. Another one that I didn't do the back logo to, I kind of regret it because I knew this was going to be one of the cooler ones. And people were going to complain and say, oh, you should have did the back logo. And, you can't please everyone. The logo's not hard to do, honestly. It is pretty simple. I did do it 3 times in a row. But again, maybe this weekend we can do a tutorial on the Venom logo. It's up to you. Wanted to go with a different head than the red Venom. In fact, I made this Venom first, and then I made the red Venom. In fact, I made the gold Venom first, then I did this one, and then I did the red one. But he's based off this guy right here. Brand new Venom from the Venom Wave, the Monster Build-A-Figure Venom. And if you want, just get yourself one of these, sand away the joints, and give it a repaint. Here's the other Venom from the Absorbing Man Wave. Personally, I like this Venom a lot better than the new Venom for the color because this one is just black. The other one is like a sparkly green. But they both look pretty cool. Imagine these bad boys on your shelf and your friends walk by like, yo, what are these? I've never seen these before. No. Friends ain't coming by your house. These are our friends. Who are we kidding? All right, let me give you a new scenario. Imagine these on your shelf and you sit down and you look at all your symbiotes. And like the movie Toy Soldiers, they all just attack you. No, I'm just kidding. I just think they look good with the regular Marvel Legends. I don't know. I'm really attracted to this line. The Marvel Legends, the Spider-Man, and the Venom line. My 2 favorite lines. I hope they continue with the Venom Wave because there's so much potential in the symbiotes. And I look forward to it. And I'll be totally honest, for someone who didn't really grow up collecting action figures, I'm really drawn into this specific line of action figures. My brother did all the Batman collecting, and I would have the opportunity to play with his, but I really didn't collect figures like that. It's just something that recently fell into my lap, I guess, more or less. I mean, I definitely worked hard at it. It's fun, but kind of like music, I feel like progress. Whenever I see the progress, then it gets me motivated to keep doing it. So. Oh, you're making fun of me? Billy just turned into Mariah Carey.
My friend, I got salsa and merengue
Salsa?
in my sangre.
Merengue? What? I think there's a special move in the game where Eddie Brock's head is exposed for a quick second while the Venom head stretches and like jumps into a pool of goop and then pops right back up. I'm not sure. I haven't played that game in a long time. But I thought this alternate head that came with the Venom figure would work perfect. Funny because I like it better now than I did on the Black Venom. So many people were judging this head, and I did too. I was talking a lot of junk about this head. But to be 100% honest with you, this is comic accurate. I still think it looks like the Toy Soldier movie with the big head and just like the Arnold Schwarzenegger. I don't know. This looks kind of odd, actually, scaled. Is Toxin bigger than Venom? He looks taller. Wait a minute. Am I bugging here, or is Toxin a little bigger than Venom? No, I'm not bugging. He looks a little taller. Maybe it's the head. No, but the pecs look What? I don't know. It looks like Toxin's a bit taller than Venom. Let me pull out this other Venom. No, I don't know. You know, I do not collect Funko Pops, but recently I've been buying the Venom Funko Pops. I've been liking them for some reason. And I've been having my eye on the blue Venom, but I just don't want to pay for it because I don't think it's worth the money. The figures don't move. And you guys know me, I'm big on articulation. It has to move, even if I don't pose my figures around often because I don't have a shelf. So I haven't found myself posing around with them at first. If you guys want to see something really cool, before I even did customizing, I did this video, click this card here for fun. But you can move this figure around. All the articulation is still there. I did sand away and cut away at that shoulder area, so you're able to move that shoulder up and down. The bicep does turn. You get double jointed elbows, and they're painted inside, of course. Same with the wrist. So everything is functional. Don't be afraid to move this figure around. Someone asked me how are my figures with paint rub. As far as I know, I think it's pretty good. I haven't gotten any complaints. I got maybe one guy who asked me to touch up one of his figures recently, but that's one guy out of a few, honestly. So, and I expect that to happen. I mean, if you play with these figures often, then that's what's going to happen. But here I'm just showing you that you can pose it around and still move the joints freely without any paint chipping. Figures have to be done with care and patience. You can't just, expect to finish these things quickly. Well, I do kind of make them pretty quickly. Just trying to get them in a cool pose. Kind of. Not the greatest at posing. But how cool would it be to get a Gamerverse, Marvel vs. Capcom, Venom alternate versions? Like, that would be cool. I mean, they are already doing the Marvel vs. Capcom. I know it's the new Infinite series. And that's not a very popular game. In fact, I think that game is already dead. So it's probably not a good idea to continue with that line. But what do I know? I'm not the corporate machine. I just think that these would look amazing. But everyone may not agree. Some people may have issues with colorful Venoms. A lot of people aren't familiar with the game. The game is very old. The 3 3/4 inch Rainbow Deadpools didn't sell too well. In fact, I think they're all on clearance. But that's because I think they're 3 3/4 inches. If they were 6 inches, they would have sold, in my opinion. But again, what do I know? But I like these guys, and the Gamerverse is on and popping. They got the PS4 Spider-Man. See, guys, everyone's been asking me to make them one. I told you guys to wait, and everyone has one, and now I don't have one. The irony, huh? But I'm happy everyone's happy. If you guys like this video and you want to see more Spider-Man customs and Spider-Man reviews, feel free to comment down below. Let me know your thoughts on these two guys. Feel free to subscribe for more content. Click the notification bell because, again, sometimes people don't get the videos for hours. And, where's the notification squad when you need them?
First.
You can't be first if you never leave.
Get you got uploaded.
But anyway, guys, again, feel free to subscribe. Obviously, you don't have to.
But if you choose to subscribe, you the man. Yes, you. Everyone below in the comments, yes, you too. Thank you very much for showing me love. Who knew? It's ironic how we think out the box for you too, right?
Sing, 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 sing. Everybody.